Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. Chuck here. We have a lot to talk about today because the Riftbound market seemingly has no brakes and there are no plans for anything to stop anytime soon. We're going to be primarily focusing on Origins products today. Origins cards, Origins sealed. Origins is going crazy. And talking a little bit about Spirit Forge too, because I think there's a lot of opportunity there. So let's get right into it. Guys, Kaiza signature. There are two listings selling for, let's see, close to $4,000, which sells on eBay around that. Look, Origins is easily the best set that has been released so far in Riftbound, and it is the first set. Look at any other TCG. Look at any other TCG. Look at the first box. Tell me what the price is for that box after a few years go by, after 5 years go by, after 6 years go by, right? Origins is the box that you want to buy. And I think people who are in the know, who are familiar with Riftbound, who are investing in Riftbound, who are buying Riftbound, are buying Origins right now. And it makes perfect sense. It has all of the most popular champions in League in the deck, essentially. And the arts are like better than anything we've seen so far. The Ari, in my opinion, one of the best cards that has been released, period, in Origins. The Jinx is really solid too. The Lee Sin is phenomenal. This was the card, one of the first cards I saw that was like, yo, Riftbound is crazy, actually. The Teemo, I think, looking at the GG Easy Teemo right now, which by the way is selling for, I think I have one pulled up, I think $2,000 raw, $5,000 in a 10. When you think about how rare signatures are and how difficult they are to pull, and also how good this Teemo card is, this is just like a very nice design, very pleasing, great aesthetic, classic, right? You know, for $900, if you're buying a Teemo card, I don't see how that's bad. And I just totally lost my page here. Let me go back. Let's go back. But look, like a lot of overnumbereds, a lot of signatures are just popping off. I think the Ari overnumbered is starting to move as well. It's $400. Raw starting to get up there. I think the Misfortune is seeing a lot of movement as well. Misfortune, very popular 80 carry. 100, basically $200 at this point. So over the last couple of weeks, I mean, Origins is just getting absolutely nuked, and the supply is starting to dwindle. Darius signature, right? Not a bad card. I think it's kind of cool. It's not my favorite in the world, but you know, $559 for a signature Darius top laner. It's a guy. It's like maybe not the most popular champion ever, but Darius is pretty popular in the grand scheme of things. So the Yasuo, right? Like everything is just ripping, and I think when signatures get so expensive, people look to overnumbereds. Overnumbereds are also pretty hard to pull. I think it's about 1 in every 3 boxes. You get maybe 1 overnumbered on average. So they're very difficult to pull in their own right. And we'll talk about some that I think might be undervalued here in a second. But yeah, signatures are like 1 in 30 boxes or maybe even higher. I'm not even 100% sure. Origins Nexus Knight promo packs, guys. This is with the GG Easy Teemo. They stopped doing big chase cards in these, although the Unleashed one is a little enticing because of the Lee Sin Centered, which is basically a reprint of another card, but the text is centered and it's just like a kind of a joke, but it's kind of cool. I may have bought one just because I think it's kind of funny. These are up to $60 now. As the Teemo keeps rising, a $2,000 chase card. 1 in 80 a pack, or 1 in 80 to pull. These are going to keep going up, and there's really not that much supply in the market. So if you get a deal on these, like just hold on to them, because you're going to be doing quite well for yourself. The Teemo, this Altart BMO is what it's called. This is the skin, of course, has rocketed up to about $20 for this. Maybe a little bit under, maybe 18 or so, but in a 10, it's selling for 150, guys. We had a sale at 150. This card's getting bought out. A lot of like, think about it, a lot of popular champions, altarts, and older sets make sense. And Origins is just continuing to just do what it's always done, which is be a very, very popular, a very popular set. And, you know, we just got a big reprint, and now that reprint's getting chopped through. Supply is a little bit lower. Where do we go from here? Who knows? That's always the question mark with Riftbound. With Riot is, how are they going to continue to reprint these sets? Are they going to nuke their game? They want players to have it, and I think they've perfectly balanced these reprints with demand. So it's pretty interesting to see. Obviously, boxes are doing very well now. We were talking about these recently, and I said it is a no-brainer under $200. Well, here we are. 105 listed, 600 sold in the last month. Sales in the 250s, and this is consistent on eBay as well. And when it's consistent on eBay, that's how you know that things are moving very rapidly. You know, 15 to 20 boxes sold a day at 230. There is not a lot of supply out on these. And locally, Origins is tried up. You can't really find them at card stores in America, as far as I'm aware, at least in my city. I can find Spirit Forged, I can find Unleashed. Origins is after that wave. I don't know where to be found. It was bought up. People run out and buy Origins, you know. Spirit Forged, we have to talk about Spirit Forged because I've always thought this set is so underrated. Ari, Vayne, Soraka, Teemo, Irelia, Set, Aphelios. Like, there's really popular champions in here. It has it all. And the art styles are incredibly appealing. Very popular art styles to collectors. Like, this Teemo, I think, is one of the best Teemo cards. And it's a signature. It's selling for, well, now it's kind of moving up to like $500. I think this card rocks. And I think it's going to do incredibly well. I think a lot of overnumbers are super cheap right now. Like the Vayne, I think, is really cheap at, you know, it was previously selling for like $175. Now it's closer to $200. I think that's a good value considering how hard it is to pull and how good the art is. Let's check the Ari overnumbered. This is moving up quite a bit. I definitely think that this card is going to get higher, push $1,000. 549. Recently, about $500. This card is very popular. Black labels, you've seen the prices of those. And what we see is as signatures get higher in price, the overnumbered start catching up too. And I think that's going to be true for a lot of these. The boxes are $159, but look at the sell-through. Right? Since July 7th, 14, 18, 34. I'm sorry. 34 and 34, 16, 26, yesterday 29, 335 listed. It's basically like a month behind Origins or 2 months behind Origins at this point. There was a big buyout for 20 boxes yesterday. That's pretty significant. Locally, at a lot of card stores, you can find these close to MSRP. I highly recommend you go out and buy them. I just bought a case recently. I paid $120 a box plus tax, which is like $700, $770, something like that, where I live. Now they're selling on TCG Play for $1,000. This is a phenomenal buying opportunity for a very good set, in my opinion. Very good. And the cards are performing very well. Soraka overnumbered, sub $100. Is it actually under $100? No, it's, yeah, about $100. That's a good buy, in my opinion. I think all of these overnumbered are a little bit undervalued. I think this Ezreal is a pretty nice card as well. What else? I think there's probably some good alt arts. I can't remember any off the top of my head. This Ezreal Prodigy will probably do quite well. There aren't a lot of great Ezreal cards, surprisingly. The alt art, like, they all kind of look like this. They're just kind of like not mind-blowing or anything, but Spirit Forge, keep an eye out. Very impressive. We had a lot of 20 Origins packs sell for approximately $700. That's going to be with tax and shipping, probably $80 a pack by the time it ships out. But I think these are easily going to be over $100 at some point in the near future. There's just not a lot of supply of these out there. And with that GG Easy Teemo, that is the grail, in my opinion. That is the best card in Riftbound to invest in. to buy, to collect. Although now it's ridiculously overpriced. Or is it? I mean, it's hard to pull. These are Origins. Like, it has all the boxes. Sick card, sick champion, and Teemo. And it's just really, really crazy to see. We had a Lee Sin signature overnumbered. Sell for $4,500. Pop 176. This card is incredible. I think it's one of the best cards that they've ever made. And just like, look, more Riftbound boxes. They're selling out at $230. And remember, on eBay, you're paying tax, and oftentimes you're paying shipping. Not in this case, but oftentimes $230. Locally, if you have opportunities to buy them under this price, literally just buy them. Don't think about it. Remember, these boxes were previously $300 in April. So, really great opportunity in my opinion, but it's going away. Here's the 3 pre-release Origin stamped promo cards: the Jinx, the Lee Sin, the Victor, selling for $275. And these are getting bought up like crazy as well. I bought 3 about for $190 not long ago. $275 now. I think they're going to keep moving up, especially as the individual cards keep increasing in price too. $155 raw for a Jinx. This Lee Sin sold for $400. There was another one that sold for $900. I'm not sure how legit it is. I mean, it was a PSA sale through eBay, but like $400 and a 10. Very crazy to see for these. Here's a Wave 1 box. I know people wanted me to talk a little bit about first edition boxes or first wave boxes. You can tell because there's some signs. You can find them online. It just like has different symbols, so it's pretty easy to tell which ones are first wave. I am almost certainly going to buy a Wave 1 box soon. I'm just trying to find one for a good price. Hey, if you want to sell me one, let me know. But like, I think when you look at games like One Piece, the premium seems kind of ridiculous now, just because it's like Wave 1. But these are truly the first edition boxes, and when it comes to collectability, people value them. Look at One Piece Wave 1, or, you know, first print, like blue bottom, white bottom, the price difference. The blue bottoms are super expensive. That's not to say that Wave 2 is going to be bad. They're going to be great, but like, might be worth diversifying into a Wave 1 box if you believe in that type of thing. Here's that 150 BMO sale. Again, cute cards on good champions. Can't ever really go wrong with that. Here's the Swift Scout overnumbered. This is not the signature variant. I think this card is a little bit undervalued at $225. They're pretty hard to pull. I think this is a phenomenal Teemo art, and as Origins kind of moves on through time, gets closer to going out of print, like which we're not in that realm yet. There's going to be some time, and we'll see if they start reprinting Origins. Like, who knows? But you know, we have Vendetta coming out. This is basically flawless, probably gradable. And you're going to want to look generally with Riftbound. There is a lot of opportunity to find gradable copies of cards. Always try to find a gradable copy, because you will multiply your collection so much faster with grading potential. And I think with Riftbound, the print quality tends to be pretty good for a lot of things. And because like there's still a ton of opportunity out there with new reprints and more cards coming to market, just like do your due diligence and try to find cards that are gradable. It's a little harder with promos, I understand, because tend to be more limited. People tend to buy them a little bit more. There's more promo collectors. But with these signatures, these overnumbered alt arts, get a gradable copy if you can. Because you can get an overnumbered Ari in a 10. This is, again, one of the best cards they've made. 400 pop, very high gem rate, but like pops are still pretty low. I do wonder when PSA reopens bulk, I wonder how prices for a lot of these slabs are going to be affected. Because I mean, you can go out and grade this and you know, regular tier it, $80. I just don't know how many people are doing that right now in Riftbound. We had a sale, PSA 10 launch exclusive RE, $975. I did talk about this recently, but Raw is selling for about $200 right now, which is crazy. There's just not, I mean, there were a lot of them out there. Like pops are pretty high for this card in the grand scheme of things. $589 for a 10, little over 50% gem rate there. But this is going to be a card that ages super well, in my opinion. $975 and a 10. I have 2. I think they're maybe gradable. I will likely grade them just because that premium is so high that it is almost certainly worth it. Kaiza, this is just an epic card from Origins, but like, remember, good champions are going to do really well. Back in the day, you could probably get these for a few bucks. Also, Kaizo is kind of meta, so Kaiza is just kind of popular. It's one of the first meta decks, from what I understand. Very popular champion too. 1v, 1v9 type champion, but $60 for just an epic card is kind of crazy. Moving on, here's the GGZ Teemo recent sale, $2,000 raw. I was this close to buying one for $700 like a week and a half ago. And then every day it's gone up in price. Now it's like, I just am not willing to spend 2K on a raw card or pretty much any card in general. It's just not really what I want to do. Too much capital for me, but wow. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. We all saw it coming, and man, it's still moving up too. And we'll finish off with the World's Bundle. This is like kind of ultra premium collections in Pokemon when there's a really, really good bundle like this, a good collection box with a strong promo, the Panda Teemo in here, which by the way is also very expensive. Tends to be an absolute no-brainer. This type of product tends to age extremely well with time. When the T1 collection box comes out, the signature box, it's gonna be cooked. I think the cat's out of the bag on a lot of these really good products. There's not gonna be that many of them either. And I wouldn't be surprised if it pre-sold for like over 2 or 3x MSRP, which is $300 MSRP for that box. I almost bought one of these at $300. I didn't, and here we are, $965. Pretty insane, but it's a phenomenal product, something to keep in mind going forward. There will be a lot more opportunities in this space to buy really good products with good promos, so don't freak out too much. I'm not going out and buying this for $1,000. I definitely think it's going to be more expensive in the future. But as it stands, Riftbound is ripping and with no end in sight. As we continue to chomp through these reprints, I am very curious to see in a week's time when I make a video similar to this, if this is over $300. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you very soon in the next one. Like and subscribe. We just passed 300 subs. Thank you to everybody for being here. It's really, really cool. And I'm just super excited. So appreciate it again, and have a good one. Peace.